move out. There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you forgot. Stand on the...
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa! So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a what a huge door!
There are 3. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
Well, Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them. So there's a switch up.
Stand back.
Whoa! They all just went up one by one.
Go on, have a look. I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this. Normally, I would have ignored it, but I happen to have some free time when I noted. Very reasonable. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so later on a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to... Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
The concentration?
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed... Yes.
But forget about the two of us! Not even Novelette knows where the Oh.
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and the indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, if this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold... Yeah, you know what the legends say.
But that's just too weak!
Your expression tells me you think this might be part... It's just that there's no single... When the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent, and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them, and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, the Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, and with that, The people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away. After many, many centuries. Now and again.
But now you know every part of that.
Indeed. That's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, to be frank, prophecies are troublesome things. Let's go somewhere. This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have—
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone.
Huh? Lure of...
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
What? After you—
I'm skeptical as—
The results speak—
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
How about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked research— Good. Edwin's main areas of—
You...
What a lovely idea.
Gotta admit,
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of—
Ooh, are they together?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient couple?
If I dated her,
Jeez, forget it. Follow me.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do it.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
What a huge... This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen.
How much do you know? Well, then maybe you haven't heard. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila. He called his nation Lemuria and used the fort.
There's a ship in this story.
Where there's water, there'll be
Do you believe that?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor material, so the moment I
Were you inspired by the...
maybe. Fontanians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster. We're the workers to find out as the fortress is... Alright, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of... Seems like you're good. I'll leave you here.
Oh!
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you...
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Great. I look...
welcome back.
How can you be so much—
Huh. While I was sedated, I could still barely hear two people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves to the water and even the teacups themselves.
Must have been Risley and Sijwin.
Yeah, I heard one male voice and one female, so it should have been the two of them.
I really can't make sense of this place.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn
Yeah, he explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations? Yeah, I took...
Nobody else is around.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory...
Whoa, he's—
That's our Lenny.
Secondly, Risley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely. I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, what's more, the Fortress of Meripede is not part of Fontaine's court system. As long as the fortress doesn't... If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely...
You're super—
If Risley does have a plan... that can't be the full extent. I don't have it.
The sea will engulf everyone.
Could Risley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis? If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve...
Or perhaps he didn't know and just wanted to bring Father over to his side, which could be...
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our father. The two of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right... If you ever need anything, though you may not...
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting...
why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
Given your strength.
Aww, Paimon's hungry.
Oh,
Alright, then we'll catch you— Let's move out. Huh. Let's move out.
Time for dip.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well. Traveler and Paimon, over here. Are you here for dinner? Mm-hmm. Huh. You're right. What would you like to eat? Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like. Me too! No problem. So delicious. Paimon's still feeling full yet? How's delicious? Sijwin? A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good care of you. You're really good at taking care of people. Even though— Really? You're reminded of an older sister? Oh, and what— Oh, that, thankfully. Although the path— Oh, and I was keeping— You were all so— Oh. Get a good night's rest.
It's you.
How's dinner?
It's alright. Miss Sijwin really put in a lot of...
So we heard that Risley and...
Oh, it was...
Still, Paimon didn't know even champion duelists could take on side. Oh, and...
Miss Sijwin was... Yeah,
First time in a...
in the past. You seem to be enjoying... Things will be getting...
Crush! Over here! Step on up! Paimon super... delicious.
Out of my way! Get out of my way! What happened? Why is everyone... No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey! What are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye!
Hey! What? What's wrong with these people? They were...
They're here! There you are!
Oh, thank goodness!
Quisto and Laveroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong just now. His Grace is telling everyone to evacuate and get out. Laveroon was saying...
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up? Why?
Hey!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us. Yeah, he said to get as far away as possible.
Oh no, it can't be that thing!
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey!
We have to go find the Duke! You two just go and get out! Go on without him!
Hey! Be careful!
Attention! Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible. Attention! Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
They're here.
Just like I said.
What happened?
Huh.
You're just in time. But be ready to run. Three, 2, 1.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense. The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Neuvillette? Why are you...
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House immediately. Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina, and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her. Will do.
Look! There are a ton of... Are you two the Traveler in Paimon? Though I'm sure he's already
Oh, so you two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
Of course.
It is my pleasure to make...
I've already prepared seats.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed... See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adored.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
That's good to hear. So... I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right?
Since we're...
Oh, against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. Coming from you.
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course. Oh.
Because...
And where did he go after leaving the fort?
Well...
The fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have... Ah, that is good news at least. His sister Tonya, do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together.
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long... Hold on. The water in the teacup is...
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come.
Huh? I don't quite understand what you're...
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
Day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled, and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day! This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe. This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
All right. Seems like the problem in...
Let me guess. We're safe for now.
Indeed. But only...
I win this bet. You own...
Very well. It was indeed.
You made a bet?
We made a bet on the size of your entourage.
I figured you would have at least...
Shouldn't you have gotten used...
So what gift must the...
That wouldn't happen to be a...
Well, I'm sure he...
I was under the impression...
That was... Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the over...
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the fatuity.
I must say, we've spent long enough playing Miss Farina. As the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I
What are you trying to say?
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontanian. Yet, here you are, relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. The prophecies hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Hearth, but you? It beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor,
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjecture.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the great Hydro Arc.
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am.
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? I see. Allow me to be... Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique, and what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of
The Oratrice?
So you also have no... I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Nouvillette is not a... Of course I will. Although, I must... Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left. Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who... You too. You're welcome. Very
well.
Mind seeing me off, Traveler? We could use the opportunity...
Paimon's coming! The teapot... Why are...
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, child was just an excuse. I have no interest in...
That's what Paimon thought!
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth, as their father. Do I look like an irresponsible father to you? The House of the Hearth is very important to me. You should know that I care deeply about my children. That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal. I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you. Linny, Lynette, and Fremine are still there, and I trust them.
They've all been working.
You mean Wriothesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Linny's... By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, you are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty.
Didn't he say he would... Forget it. I will be meeting someone shortly.
Do you require help with any preparation?
No need. I will take care of it myself. I need to meet with Farina, the Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's
Oh, come over here, you little critter, you! You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Farina to be handed to me on a silver platter. This is so easy, it's actually making me a bit suspicious. Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. It's just as I guessed in the second before I struck. The Hydronosis is not currently held by the... In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And I sense that she...
Who are you? And what are you...
The fear in her pupils is genuine, so perhaps she's not bait after all. Either way... I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near... Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Farina quietly cried alone. There's no doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. Perhaps Iudex Neuvillette is actually the genuine article. I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively...
Yes, Father.
My dear children, please speak.
News from the Fortress of Meripede. Master Child has gone missing. On top of that, the contacts and guards we bribed at the fortress have all gone quiet as well.
Probably the handiwork of that Rides.
I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. The value of a Harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We now set up a meeting for me. Oh, and I have an additional mission for you three.
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. With this as my excuse, I can ask for an official audience. The initiative belongs... You should know the rest. Lenny's group is quite close to you.
You attacked?
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, even Farina herself is still... I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Iudex Neuvillette or Farina, neither fits. Of course, that is all just how I feel. Gut feelings often... It is, however, quite amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, I've come to realize I am at a complete loss regarding the identity of the god of the... Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. It looks like Fontainians will have no choice but to save. Ultimately, though, one must survive in order. You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve. And as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday. He certainly returned quickly. You must want to catch up with each other.
Nevertheless.
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. I'm concerned that sooner or later the prophesized events will occur. Thank you for protecting Farina. To put it simply... So as expected, the knave has turned up the pressure on Farina. She's trying to feel her out, though I'm still unsure as to... Permission granted.
Whoa. You can't tell us?
If by the phrase, you guys, you are referring to Farina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not. I believe so. The fortress has a long and complex history. And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us.
Huh? What?
You may be closer to the truth than you think.
Oh? And what are you thinking? The dragon of... Huh?
Please do not be so surprised. My apology.
We were just guessing random...
You guessed correctly.
Right. There's still...
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the dragon sovereign of water, and you are able to force back... Then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you just use your power to solve the crisis?
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, that stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
There are 7...
The dragon sovereign... In any case, given the status quo, however...
Oh.
I still have some urgent matter.
Please go right ahead. There's a place that Paimon... We'll see you another time.
Take care.
You guys are...
You guys...
and here...
All right.
Hey, it wasn't just...
I was also... Whenever he...
Hey!
These two... They sure are a lot.
Oh, well, if you say so. I'll be...
Let's move out. Traveler! Are you still doing alright? We're fine. A few people of course. How did Nerva... Well, Miss Sure Nerva... I ran into the bomb. If you're not, just let me know if... I'd like to... Let's move out. Let's move out. Let's move out.
Now guess.
Well, well, look who it is.
Traveler.
Looks like you're...
Oh.
Whoa, how...
She didn't want to stress you.
Yeah.
Okay, but check
You meant father?
She said a few things that were...
Her attitude towards you is even... You should believe her. She has her own way of doing things, and she'll do everything in her power to help those she considers close, which...
Oh, Paimon just...
Hey!
Are you going to...
Looks like...
Excellent.
For real?
Another implied... Well, next...
Let's move out. Let's move out.
Jurier,
Yeah.
that's no excuse for...
Junior, Lurvine, we're...
Hello there. It's been quite the...
And you?
Yep.
It can be...
I mean, the...
Oh, yeah?
You two really are...
Not at all!
Do my eyes deceive me, or did I just see two inmates come back after making it to the surface? Some strange winds blowing of late.
We wanted to see how the fortress...
We're fine, for the most part. Neuvillette came down and took care of the worst of it.
If that's the case, why don't you just...
Oh, yeah, what a brilliant plan. Let's go convince... He came here in a hurry and left without even stopping for a cup of tea. He did remember to take Miss Sigewinne's gift with him, though.
He sure sounds super big.
Miss Cloran has left as well. She also took her gift from Miss Sigewinne.
Were the gifts milkshake?
Neuvillette got the milkshake. Well, it's Neuvillette. Oh, and I have some gifts here for you.
Are these from...
Nope. You've already wrapped up your work at the fortress, so you can return to the surface at any time. You haven't yet served your full prison term, however, so you may continue to use your cell until your term is up.
For real? Then we could stay here?
You may access the cafe. Just remember to come complete. Your file can't be closed until we've completed your paperwork.
Hold the line! Let's move out. We're back in our cell again. Sure feels... Huh? How did you know? Hey, it's like... There are so many bad things in the world. You're counting Paimon today? Then let's ask Cat... the last time we should be safe now. Alright then. Good night to you, Traveler.
Entering standby mode. I hope nobody disturbs me. The scent of treasure.
situation with Galvana.
Over here!
The skies have cleared? What a pity. The skies have cleared? What a pity. Lenny is saying some strange things again. It's really worrying. Entering standby mode. I hope nobody disturbs me. body is ready, now it's time for a short rest. The scent of treasure. Sometimes Lenny is saying some strange things again. It's really worrying. Tea is ready. Now it's time for a short rest. Entering standby mode. I hope nobody disturbs me. Piece of cake. is saying some strange things again. It's really worrying. Entering standby mode. I hope nobody disturbs me. Just as I expected.
Over here!
You are not welcome here.
Surprise! Beg for mercy. Rest and rebuild! Covenant of the Deep! Shudder! Be amazed! Nirvana! To ashes! Hold the line! Surprise! Take this! Beg for mercy. More speed. Allow me. here!
Tea is ready. Now it's time for a short rest. The scent of treasure.